for joining me on your mats. Today's class, we are going to focus on our foundation. So basically bringing awareness to our feet, our legs, and just, stabilize, feel like build that strong foundation. And that's associated with the chakras, which are the energy channels that we have in our body. So our first chakra, it's the root chakra, which is basically our, foundation, our support. So bringing awareness to the feet, the legs, the bones, and just being present, just, cultivate that awareness. And with that being said, we're gonna start today on our backs. We're just gonna do a few leg stretches here. So come down to your back. And first, just hug your knees in. Maybe rock a little bit from side to side. You can draw little circles here to both directions. Do like 3 to 4 and then reverse the direction. And then when you come back to center, stack your right ankle on top of your left leg, finding a figure 4, and then you can extend your left leg towards the ceiling, lace the fingers behind. So right here, we are already bringing awareness to our feet, right? So spread your toes. You can start to draw circles here and stretch your left ankle. And then reverse. And continue to breathe deeply into the back of your left leg. So bringing awareness to the hamstring. Keep your shoulders relaxed the whole time. 2 more mindful inhales and exhales through the nose. And then slowly release. Hug both knees in. And then release your right foot to the ground. Stack your left ankle. And then lace your fingers behind your right leg. Remember, you can always use a towel or a strap here if you're feeling very tight. Start to draw circles here with your foot and stretch your ankle. And reverse. Take a couple more breaths here. Notice where in your body you're feeling resistance, tightness. And then as you release here, just bend both knees, find a happy baby. So think as if you're pressing the ceiling with your feet here. So really activate through your feet, lengthen your tailbone, let your sacrum get heavy on the ground. And again, notice, keep breathing into the back of the legs. We're gonna add a little bit of movement here. So you're gonna extend your right leg out to the side, keep bending your left knee, and come back to center and switch sides. Just notice what that feels like, and then do that one more time on each side. Move at your own pace with your breath. Good, and then come back to center, hug both knees in. Start to rock and roll here, the length of your spine, massage your back. One more time. And then just come to a tabletop. So as you come to all fours, we're going to stretch a little bit the forearms here. So if you can, turn both hands to face you so the fingers point towards your knees. Otherwise, just do one hand at a time. So you're going to stay on your tabletop. You're going to extend your left leg behind you. Press your left heel towards the floor. So shift your weight back. Take another inhale. Stay for your exhale. And release. Shake it out the wrists here. Now we're gonna do the opposite. So we're gonna put the tops of the hands down on the floor. And you're gonna extend your right leg behind you. So again, think as if you're going to touch your right heel on the ground. One more breath. And release. Shake it out. Now you're gonna stay on your toes. So you're gonna sit on your heels. Keep your toes tucked under. Spread your toes nice and wide. For some of you, you may need to bring the hands slightly forward. Otherwise, stay here with the shoulders over the hips. And we're gonna open the soles of our feet here. We tend to neglect our feet quite a bit. So, you know, remember, they carry us everywhere. They support us throughout the day. So just breathe deeply here in this toes on fire. So I'm sure you know already this pose is called toes on fire. We're gonna stay here for 3, 2, 1, and release. Tap the tops of your feet. And then press up and back to downward facing dog. Coming to your downward dog, bring your hands roughly to shoulder width or a little bit wider. Let your head hang here. Lengthen through the spine, lengthen through the legs. But again, if your hamstrings are tight, you can bend your knees a lot. Take another breath in. Stay for your exhale. And then start to walk slowly to the top of your mat. So take baby steps here. Keep your feet hip width apart, so roughly 2 fists in between. Press your hands on your shins, lengthen with the flat back. Exhale, fold. Again, breathe in, lengthen. Breathe out, fold. Last one, inhale. And exhale. Grab your elbows with opposite hands. Let your torso drape over the legs. Just soften, just relax here. There's no efforts in this pose. Now release your arms, bend your knees generously, and start to roll your spine all the way to a stand. Inhale, sweep your arms. Exhale, pull the energy to the heart center. All right, so now you're gonna sweep your arms out and up. Your left hand is gonna catch your right wrist. Take your right leg behind and start to bend your left knee. So shift your weight forward and reach your hands to the left. So breathe into the side body, into the right side of the rib cage and also the outer leg. One more breath here. Come back to center. Keep your legs crossed, just straighten your legs. Take your hands to your hips, breathe here, and then slowly hinge at the hips and fold. Your hands can come to the floor, or again, you can lace the fingers behind your back, or you can grab your elbows with opposite hands.
So you're gonna feel this in the back of the legs and most likely on your IT band as well. Two more mindful breaths. Use each inhale to create space, each exhale to soften a little bit more into the pose. Last one. Relax the toes a bit more. Take your hands to your hips, tone your belly, flat back, inhale, slowly come up. Beautiful. Now uncross the legs, do the opposite. Take your left leg behind, keep your right leg in front, take an inhale, circle the arms, right hand catches your left wrist, and reach up and over. Square off the shoulders, untuck your chin, breathe deeply, and come back to center. Straighten both legs, take your hands to your hips, inhale, exhale, slowly flat back fold. Choose an arm variation that works for you, that allows you to keep the upper body soft and easy. Three more mindful breaths. All right, hands back to your hips. Press firmly through the feet to rise. Come all the way up. Good. And then inhale, sweep your arms. Exhale, slowly fold. Breathe in, lengthen. As you breathe out, step your left foot back. Take your knee to the ground. Inhale, raise your right arm. Take a twist. Open twist, slide the shoulders down your back, and then slowly frame your right foot. We're gonna add a little bit of dynamic movement here. So you're gonna inhale in your lunge, exhale, extend through the right leg for runner's lunge. Inhale, shift your hips forward. Exhale, extend through your right leg. We're gonna do this 2 more times. Feel free to use your blocks if you want. Inhale, exhale. Last one, breathe in and breathe out. Now hold here, stay here for 3 slow breaths. Ardha Hanumanasana, half splits. So think as if you had a block here in front of your foot and you're pressing all 4 corners of your foot. As you curl the toes, keep a soft bend on your knee, but engage through your quads here. Breathe at the belly of the hamstring. Some of you may feel this more in your low back or in the back of the legs, so see where you are at today. On your next inhalation, rebend your knee, curl the back toes under, lift the back leg, step to your plank. Inhale at the top of your push-up. Exhale, slowly lower down. Inhale, back bend of your choice. Exhale to downward dog. Remember, every time you come back to your downward dog is your opportunity to ground yourself. So today it's all about grounding. Building a strong foundation. Raise your left leg to the sky. Step your left foot forward. Bring your right knee down. Take your time. Inhale, raise your left arm, peel the chest open. Brighten the fingers. And then slowly frame your foot. Take an inhale in your lunge. Exhale. Shift your hips back. Extend your leg. We're going to do this 4 times. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more. Final one. Breathe in. And as you breathe out, hold it here. Extend your leg and take 3 mindful breaths. Find peace and appreciation in the pause. Even if that means when you pause and you are aware of what's happening in your body, in your mind, it can be uncomfortable, right? But see if you can find peace, if you can appreciate the pause. As you inhale, rebend your knee, curl the back toes, plank pose, move like you. Open your heart. And meet me in downward dog. Bend your knees, look forward, travel to the top of your mat, breathe in, lengthen, breathe out, fold. Inhale, rise, left hand catches your right wrist, reach up and over to your left. Option to walk your toe out to the side. Maybe you start to float your legs. So again, here you really want to root down yourself by pressing your foot on the ground. Hug muscle to bone. Flex your toes and come back to center. Breathe in, switch your hands. And breathe out, reach up and over to your right. See where you are today. Set your own rhythm. A rhythm that serves you, right? So let your breath do that. Come back to center. Lace the fingers behind your back. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Soften the knees a little bit here. Take some of the tension from the hamstrings, from the low back. Release your hands to the floor. You're going to step your left foot back. Now, if you can, keep your knee off the ground, otherwise bring it down. Raise your right arm. So we're going to twist again. And frame your foot. So we're going to do the same thing we did before, but without the knee on the ground. So inhale, lift that chest. Exhale, extend your right leg, bend your left knee. So this is a little bit more active. You can do with your knee on the ground. 2 more times. Final one. Hold it here. You can either hover your back shin or bring your knee down. That's going to fire up that quad. And release. Step back, downward dog. Two more breaths in stillness. Take this opportunity to reconnect to your breath, to your intention, to whatever it is that brought you to your mat today. Raise your left leg, Step your left foot forward. Inhale, raise your left arm. Frame your foot. Take an inhale, lift the sternum. Exhale, extend your left leg, bend your back knee. Inhale, lunge. Exhale. 2 more. Final one. Hold it here or release your back knee to the ground. And then slowly rebend your knees, step back plank. Move like you if you want to flow, if you want to skip. Just avoid hitting the autopilot button. Make sure you move with intention, that you breathe with intention. Inhale through the nose. Open mouth, exhale. One more time, breathe in. And breathe out. Take your right leg high behind you. Step your right foot forward. Plant your left heel about 45-degree angle. Inhale, rise, warrior one. So now you're bending your front knee, square off the hips, so both hip points face forward. Lace your fingers behind your back, loop the shoulders back and down. Inhale, crack the heart open, and then exhale, fold, humble warrior. Relax your toes here, but keep your feet firmly planted on the floor. As you tone your legs, relax your head. Get those knuckles away from your spine. Release your hands to frame your front foot. Extend both legs. If you need to walk your right foot a little bit more towards the midline, you can just make sure your back foot's not crossing behind. Square off the hips and then fold in your pyramid pose. Blocks might be very helpful here. As you allow the spine to get long and let your torso drape over the leg. Final breath here. And step your left foot to meet your right. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Grab your elbows with opposite hands. Notice the length of that space in the back of the right leg. Press your feet root to rise. Inhale. Exhale, right back down. Pull the energy down to the earth. Breathe in to lengthen. Breathe out. Plant your hands. Step or jump. You can flow or skip. We meet in downward dog. Inhale, raise your left leg. Step your left foot forward. Plant your right heel. Inhale, rise. Warrior one.
So again, feel your feet pressing down, the foundation, starting from the feet, moving up to the legs. Lace the fingers behind your back. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Take 3 very slow, mindful breaths here. Keep that back leg so strong that you feel that inner ankle lifting. At the same time, stay committed to your legs. Tap into the power of the legs and to the power of the pose of the breath. Final one. Hands release to the floor. Extend both legs, pyramid pose. Inhale. Exhale, fold. As you find stillness here, observe your thoughts, your reactivity to the pose. Notice where you can let go of resistance. How can you just appreciate the moment, the sweetness of the pose? Last one. And step your right foot to meet your left. Breathe in to lengthen. And breathe out to fold. All right. Step your feet either hip width or a little bit wider. Take your peacemaking fingers and you're gonna hook your big toes from inside. Inhale. Exhale. Pull into your toes as you bend your elbows east and west. Maybe shake your head, yes and no. Open and close your mouth. And take 2 more breaths here as you release a little bit more into the low back, into the hamstrings. Slowly release. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bow. Now, turn your palms to face you. Point your fingers towards you, and you're going to step on your palms. Bend your knees as much as you need, and fold. So the more you create space, the more you're going to extend through the legs. Breathe a little deeper, breathe a little slower. And release. Take your hands to your hips, root down, slowly come all the way up. Good. Inhale, sweep. Exhale, fold. Take an inhale, lengthen. Exhale, plant your hands, move through your flow, or just step back, downward dog. Raise your right leg to the sky, step your right foot forward, plant your left heel. Inhale, rise, warrior one. So we were here not too long ago, so try to find the pose, find sensation right away. Maybe you bend that front knee a little bit more. We're gonna add a twist here. So you're gonna have the option to extend your arms, or you can actually bring the hands to the heart center. So see where you are. That left heel stays on the ground. Take an inhale, exhale,
hook your elbow outside your leg or just open the arms wide. Keep bending through the front knee, press the palms firmly. Slowly back to center. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, straighten your front leg. Keep your hips square. Inhale, exhale slowly with the flat back. Start to fold and go back into that pyramid pose. See if you can go a little deeper, maybe flex your foot. Or you can even add a bind here if you want. You can wrap your arms around outside your leg and take a bind. That will challenge your balance and require lots of awareness and presence. One more. Release your hands to frame your right foot. Take a standing splits here. So that back leg is nice and straight. It doesn't have to be super high. You can add a half bind or a full bind. Press through your foot. Keep that standing leg strong. The sacrum is nice and leveled. One more breath. Step your left foot back. Inhale, rise, high lunge. Take one breath here. And exhale, frame your foot, step back, downward dog. Breathe. Raise your left leg, step your left foot forward, plant your right heel, rise warrior one. First, arrive at your pose, root yourself. And then take your hands to the heart center or extend your arms, big breath in. Exhale, hook your elbow and twist. Press through the palms, lengthen your spine, firm up through the back leg. Last one. And inhale, come all the way back into the warrior one. Exhale, take your hands to your hips, straighten your front leg, keep your hips squared. Big breath in. Exhale, slowly hinge at the hips. With a long spine, you're gonna fold over your left leg. Make sure you're not locking your knees. Last one. And find standing splits. Raise your right leg as you transfer the weight towards your left foot. We have a couple breaths here. Firm up through the left leg. Relax your shoulders, your jaw, your face. Step your right foot back. Inhale, rise, one breath, high lunge. And exhale, frame your left foot, step back plank. Take your flow or just press back to downward dog. All right, from here, walk your hands just a couple of inches towards your feet. We're gonna add a little twist here, but it's also a nice stretch for the spine and for the legs. So take your left hand to your right shin, twist to your right. And back to your downward dog. Take an inhale. Exhale, left hand, left shin or ankle. And release. Take a child's pose. You can sit back on your heels. You can bring your arms by the sides of your body here. Maybe even rock the hips from side to side, or rock your head gently from side to side. Just give yourself permission to soften, to let go. All right, whenever you feel ready, press back to downward dog. So we're just gonna add a little bit more now, a little bit more of balancing. We've, definitely created space in the legs and activated, worked on building that strong foundation. So raise your right leg, step your right foot forward, rise for a high lunge. Take a breath in here. Exhale, open twist to your right. Just one breath. Inhale, reach your arms up. Hands to the heart center. We're gonna go into warrior three. So you're gonna float your back leg. Keep your chest nice and open. So it's almost like you're adding in a little cobra pose. Now start to draw your left knee towards your chest. Make sure you can see your toes in front of you. And twist to your left this time. So grow nice and tall here. Again, foundation, stay strong through the legs. Press your foot on the floor. Come back to center. Step your left foot back. Go back to the high lunge. Inhale. Exhale, frame your foot, downward dog. Observe. And braid your left leg high. Step your left foot forward. When you feel ready, on your next inhalation, rise. Exhale, open twist to your left. Challenge yourself by gazing back. Trust. Inhale back to center. Exhale, hands to the heart. Whenever you're ready, find warrior three. Activate your legs, hug muscle to bone, soften the heart space. Start to draw your right knee with you, about hip height. Curl the toes. Twist to your right. Back to center. Step your right foot all the way back. Inhale. Exhale, flow or take downward dog. Bend your knees, look forward. Step or jump. Breathe in. And breathe out. 2 more times. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Hands to the heart. All right, my friends, before we come down to the ground, we're gonna do one more balancing pose so we can, bring everything together. So I'm gonna do forehead to knee pose, a standing forehead to knee pose. And we're gonna actually do this on the ground as well, which feels very different. So there's 3 stops on this pose. So you're gonna start balancing on your left foot. So first one is just, raising your knee, flex your toes, and stay here just working on finding your balance if it's off today. Level 2, you start to round your spine, but keep your standing leg straight. Take your hands under your foot, the ball of your foot. Level 3, you kick that leg in front of you. But make sure you're not bending your knee. You want to extend your leg. And maybe you bring your forehead to your knee. So see where you are. Take 2 more breaths. And come all the way up and release. Shake it out. And we're gonna move on to the other side. So right leg strong. Pull your belly in. Draw your left knee about hip height. Flex your toes. Stay here. Or start to round your spine. Lace the fingers under the ball of your foot. Stay here or extend your left leg. One more. And then slowly come up and release. Shake it out. Come all the way down to the ground. So we're gonna do the same pose, but seated. So it's slightly different as the knee comes out to the ground, but the idea is the same. You reach the hand for the foot and the forehead comes down. So sit nice and tall. Take an inhale, reach. And actually, you can do this differently. You can start by bending your knee and lace the fingers over the foot and then slowly extend the leg. So see what you want to do. Take an inhale, exhale, fold. 5 breaths. Square and level the shoulders here. And again, make sure the leg is active by flexing the toes. And slowly release. Let's switch sides. Extend your left leg, bend your right knee, sit tall. Again, either bend your knee and lace the fingers and start to extend your leg, or reach your arms up. Exhale, fold. Notice where you can use a little bit more space. Where can you relax a little bit more?
are going to extend both legs in front of us. Rock the hips back a little bit. And we're gonna do this 3 times. So every time we fold, we go a little deeper. I like to have my feet a little bit wider so it relaxes a little bit more into my low back. So inhale, reach, let your chest lead the way, and fold. Take 3 breaths here. Try to lengthen your mid and upper back. Last one. Slowly release. Now plant your hands behind you. Bend your knees. Take your knees over your ankles and then slowly lift your hips up. Altar pose or reverse tabletop. Tone those arms. Press your feet. Slowly release. Extend your legs. See if you can go a little deeper. Inhale. Exhale. Two more breaths. And release. So we're gonna do one more time. Now, if you want a little bit more challenge, you can do with your legs straight. So plant your hands. So you can either bend your knees and lift, or you can extend your legs. Try to touch your feet on the ground. Open the chest, pull the belly in. And slowly release. Extend. Keep the legs extended. We're gonna fold one more time. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Final 5 breaths here in Paschimottanasana. Soften where you can. Slow down the breath a little bit more. And release. Come all the way down to your backs. Hug the knees in. Rock a little bit. We're gonna go back into the figure 4 we took in the very beginning of the class. Extend your left leg. Lace the fingers. Notice how you can go a little deeper in this shape. One more breath. Now slide your right leg on top of the left so your knees are stacked. Open your feet wide and either grab a hold of your shin or your ankles and you pull the feet towards you. You should feel this in your IT band and your outer hip. Release your hands. Slide your hips to the right. Let your knees fall to the left. Take a supine twist. Breathe deeply, breathe slowly.
If you feel ready, come back to center, slow. Make sure you bring the hips under the shoulders once again. And now stack your left ankle on top of your right leg. And extend your right leg to the sky. One more breath. And start to stack your left knee on top of the right. Open your feet wide as you grab shins or ankles. Energy through your feet. Last one. Release your legs, hips to the left, knees to the right. Take your twist. Big breath in, slow breath out. Come back to center. Take a full happy baby. Open your knees a little bit wider this time. Pull the knees closer to the earth. Press your feet up towards the sky. And again, start to extend one leg. And then switch. Maybe you do this with both legs at the same time. Notice what feels different. And then hug both knees in. Wrap your forearms around your shins, forehead to knee. Say something kind to yourself. And find Shavasana. Extend your legs, extend your arms, close your eyes. Slow down your breath. Find your natural breath again, friends. Let go of the poses. Let go of the controlled inhales and exhales. Just give yourself permission to surrender, to relax, to receive. Remember that this is the most important pose.
You may stay here as long as you like, or if you're ready to move on with your day, start to deepen the breath, deepen your awareness. As you breathe life back into your fingers, into your toes, you may reach your arms overhead as if you were stretching for the very first time today. Hug your knees in. You may roll to your favorite side or rock yourself to a seat. Sit nice and tall. Bring the hands to the heart center. Bow your head slightly. As always, taking a moment to express honest gratitude towards yourself, towards your body, for the opportunity to show up for yourself today. Clear space to ground yourself for a more peaceful, balanced life. As always, thank you so much for spending your time with me. From my heart to yours, namaste.